What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today, well, we're going to be going over some of Azrael's abilities because there's a lot of questions with him, especially having to do with his main active ability, Death's Verdict. So there's a lot of breakdowns we got to do. Obviously, we can't actually max him out today because we're literally dying for spirit nowadays. But what we can do is we can test a bunch of different artifacts on him, which is actually gonna be fun. So we kind of just have like a speed crit stone because one of the first things we want to do is see how this ability works and if it can crit. We're gonna throw a Punisher staff on. I've already added myself to a battle here so that we can watch it. Let me slow it down. We're gonna start out with Punisher to see if his active ability can crit or if it's just a standard. So at this point we have like 60-ish. That was a flat 10 million. Let me just put it that way. It's been that flat 10 million and it has not crit yet for me from what I've seen. We'll see if we can get one more hit off here, but I'm pretty sure every single time it has not been a crit. It's been the flat 10 million every single time. So number one, no, I don't think it can crit because I've done like 50-ish tests so far and I haven't crit a single time. So something like Staff Punisher for Mortal isn't going to make him do more damage to himself to then have this Soul Castigation do damage to an enemy. So number one off the list, no, it should not be able to crit. Number two, does Melodic Strings affect this? Because as you guys know, it increases all damage dealt by 50%. It doesn't really say like this part of it, the deals the amount to yourself. It's very not explanatory. Down here it does say you cannot land a crit for the Soul Castigation portion, but that's interesting how it works out. So let's try it with Melodic Strings and see how the battle ensues. We're going to jump in here. We're going to have the first attack right here. You can see it happen. It kills the bait, and then he does the two other damaging, and it was the same amount, 10 million. It doesn't really look like attack is affecting the ability too much here. I don't know if we're actually going to get to another one. It actually might, because they're... Oh, okay, now, of course. I guess we're not doing it. Let's watch one more time. So... Melodic Strings still doing 10 million. You would think with 50% more all damage it would be higher. It in fact is not. So no, that does not affect it whatsoever. So what are we going to try next? Well, we could do something different and see what if like Melodic Strings is something that actually lets us lower the incoming damage. Now that could be interesting if... Or did I say Melodic Strings? I meant to say Magic Stone Sword. Splendid one. Where Magic Stone Sword, you know, it doesn't let you take more than 20% of the max wearer's HP. Let's give it a go. We're going to have to wait for round 2 here to take some damage. Oh, wait. Did I just mess that up? What did I do? Did I put on the wrong hero? I did. I put it on the Onkirimaru like an idiot. They're all starting to look the same to me here. All right, let's get going. Back to the fight. I'm like, wait, that we should not have had an active that fast in round 1. So let's speed this up a little bit, get to our round 2. All right, so now we have an active, and you'll notice 10 million is still the same amount. Not preventing anything. Is not, yeah. We'll see if we can get one more here, because this time if we're at full HP, that'll be, it shouldn't like one-shot us here, but it definitely did more than 20% of our HP. So no, Magic Stone Sword does not work to prevent this damage. Now, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of cheese methods with this hero. So we've gone over, can it crit? No, not really. Melodic Strings does the 50% bonus do anything? No, it doesn't. Well, let's try something else, because as you guys know, this is what skill damage does in this game right here. Skill damage, 60% skill damage. Skill damage does two things. One, it literally adds that percentage to the active skill. So instead of 1600 of attack, it's doing 1660 of attack. That's why heroes that have gigantic numbers here aren't as affected by that right there, whereas heroes that have little numbers here, it's a big boost to the damage they're doing. The other thing it does is it boosts dot damage, but of course, we're not worried about that here. So does it do more damage in this scenario? We're gonna have to wait for round 2 on this one. Okay, let's slow it down right here. All right, so now we're doing 11 million damage to ourselves. That is an increase compared to the 10 million we were doing before, and it does seem like Melodic Strings wasn't doing anything, so the only thing actually doing some additional damage is the skill damage, which leads me to believe in one thing, and we were talking about it on Twitch with MK, we were talking about it on our Discord channels. I wonder if I actually have one. Look at that, I pulled exactly what I needed. In reality, the most GG artifact for this hero could in fact be this right here. Why is that? Well, we're actually gonna level one up just so we can use it. Because not only is it an energy artifact and free to play, very oriented, you can get it on any account. They give you plenty of them in the early game nowadays. What it also does is it increases your skill damage by 50%. Now, Antlers only does 60%, so it's not a big difference. Whereas this gives you energy as well, meaning this is doing 1650 attack, which means we come into this battle, we will have the first attack here, 9 million. That is interesting. That is interesting. So no, in fact, it is not GG, and the reason is this. The reason is this right here. When you add this artifact on, what you are doing is you're significantly lowering your attack value on your hero. So this dropped down to 369 versus something like this, where we're at 406. So that's like a difference of almost 40,000 attack. That amount of attack is incorporated into the death verdict. So sadly, no. As much as I wish this could have been the best artifact for him, which would be kind of crazy, you do still want some attack value, because honestly, it does look like even the attack value on like a demon bell will probably be better than the magic source. Yeah, 10 million. So 9 million with magic source, 10 million for either demon bell or melodic strings. In reality, if you really want to break it down even further, the melodic strings is doing more damage simply because this is 18% attack versus 20% attack. So the higher the attack value, the more damage you'll be doing. It might not have been the skill damage doing the additional. Hold on, wait a minute. We need another artifact to finish this testing, because this had 25% attack versus only 20% attack. We're going to need an A and B. We're going to need an A and B to test this out finally. Let's see what the damage looks like with an A and B. Is it going to be 11? If it's 11, yeah, you're going to kill the Bade there. Got a lot of shadow heroes on the battlefield here. All right, attack, that's fine. Attack, we're not going to take any damage. Okay, now 11. So it's not, I don't know how much of that is skill damage and how much of it is pure attack. I don't know how to test that either. Interesting. Very, very interesting to figure this out right here. So the additional attack to 25% is the big deal. Don't have an energy artifact. And it's doing about the same. Let's do this. Hold on. Let's see if we can actually get a very specific number here. So let's come back in here. We're going to do one more attack with the A and B first. Okay, now we're going to get a very specific number he's doing to himself. It is 1103, I believe. Let's watch it again, see if we can see it in slow motion. $11.03. Okay, $11.03. Let's test this out. Let's see what happens if we go over to this now that also has skill damage. Okay, this is doing 11-0, it's the same amount. So honestly, I don't think skill damage is doing anything, which is why the magic source isn't really doing much at all. So very, very interesting hero. We'll have to do some more deep dives on him, but very interesting. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.